episode 63. We're here at Woolwich Wharf, nice part of town. It is Friday, the 5th of September. John's here with me, the good man.
Yeah, hi everybody, good to be here.
We're waiting for a ferry, aren't we, John?
We are, we just missed one.
We just missed one, bugger it. We've got to wait 45 minutes. And we're heading to Cockatoo Island.
And I think Mounty's going to be there, which would be...
Mounty's going to join us, so there'll be three of us talking. Cockatoo Island, that's all we're telling you. We're going back in time, a bit similar to Darlow Jail. We're going back to the 1800s today, and we'll leave it to your imagination, Cockatoo Island.
It was a heavy jail in those days.
Heavy jail, we're going to get some great footage, and it's going to be something different and interesting. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
I think...
it's getting a bit nippy too.
Yeah, but I think even though we're going back in time, this is a pretty exciting story.
What were you saying? Our version of Ned?
Well, I think this guy is New South Wales' answer to Ned Kelly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting for the ferry. We'll see you at Cockatoo Island shortly.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
G'day! Welcome back. Well, here we are. We're at Cockatoo Island. Firstly, I'm going to introduce the boys. Johnny K.
Hi guys.
Mounty of the Druitt, mate. He doesn't mess around. Mounty's been with us a few times, so welcome back, mate. Good on you. Here we are. We'll put you out of your suspense. Fredrick, Wordsworth, Ward, a.k.a. Captain Thunderbolt. So Captain Thunderbolt was...
New South Wales' answer to Ned Kelly.
He was. Born 1835 in Wilberforce. So we've gone back today, as I said earlier, like Darlow Jail, the one we did there. We've gone back and we want to go back to the 1800s. So we're right behind here, aren't we, John? And Mounty with the cells.
Well, he did time over here.
Segro.
10 years.
Yeah.
He started with 10 years and he finished in Segro. They put him in. We should show the Segro cell to show what it was like.
Marcus to do a few shots of that. But he first started here, didn't he? So we'll just do our rendition today of him. Heaps of people have done a lot on Captain Thunderbolt, and he's very, very well known. He's a very well known fella.
And there's a bit of controversy about the stories. Some people, one woman wrote a book and tried to say it didn't really happen that way. It happened this way. And you know, she may be right, she may be wrong, but the fact is that we're sticking to the main story.
Yep.
The ones that we've researched, and we're sticking with that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, he's done his first. This is where it all started for him, wasn't it, boys? Yeah. He did his first. He got done for horses.
Yeah, well, he grew up on the Hawkesbury.
Yep.
And that's where he with his horse theft with his cousin or something like that. And
two of us, and they all
10 years.
They all
10-year whack for it.
10 years. They got sent out here.
10 years.
But he as you said, he grew up in Windsor around that area, and he was very capable horseman even as a kid, and
excellent. He's a jackaroo, I think, John.
Breaking in horses, and also he did a bit of tour guide as a kid. He used to take people through the bush and no one else could find their way through. And I researched that, so he knew that. So that probably helped him in later years, I'd say. You know, for sure. Yeah, particularly when he did hook up with an Aboriginal lady.
He did hook up with an Aboriginal lady, Mary Ann Bugg.
Yeah.
And she was really well educated too, and spoke excellent English. She was a smart lady, and that was his partner for years. They had three kids, apparently.
Yeah.
They actually called her at one stage, I read in my research, they called her the first Australian lady bushranger.
And they actually jailed her a couple of times, and she was so smart that she actually talked her way out of it, made application, got in and talked her way out of it and convinced them that she was not a bushranger and got out. And she went on, you know, long after he was dead to live.
She did. I think she lived to about 1905 or something like that.
Early 1900.
But mate, it was so the other thing we've got to tell as well, Thunderbolt was famous. Him and Mr. Fredrick Britton.
Yep.
They were famous for the escape. They escaped, the only two, weren't they, Mounty, that escaped?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. They were at work here and, you know, and done the old slipperoo and jumped in the old water. See you later. But the thing was, when they got out the water, Captain Thunderbolt was like, see you later, man. I'm off, see you later. He went his own way, you know what I mean?
But,
Yeah.
And then he swam to Balmain, I think.
Well, mate, the whole swimming thing, and we got to say, viewers, I mean, fucking sharks. I mean, in the 1800s, the harbour's full of bullies and big sharks now.
you got to take your hat off to them. But
Yeah.
when I look around, and I think 9 years here. That's what he was originally sentenced, and freedom's across there.
I know.
Sooner or later, you're going to talk yourself into having a go.
I've been thinking about it every day.
Exactly. Well, you boys know better than anyone.
And it's not. You like to think what they do say, because the mate Britain had chain on him.
Yep.
So he didn't. Yeah, Thunderbolt didn't, but Britain did, or didn't. Now the thing is, the theory.
Here comes the controversy.
The legend is that she swam across.
Yeah.
And
From Balmain.
From supplied the file, whatever was needed to saw through the chain. So,
and that wouldn't have been an overnight job. That would have taken a while to get through.
Absolutely, but the thing is that
there's for and against whether that happened. But
if it did happen, now the thing is, once again,
mate.
We go through history, we find quite often that women stick their neck out to rescue guys. It's happened all around the world, and
do you know anything about that, John?
A little bit about it.
Yeah, a little bit about it.
Happened twice to me actually, but
Buttering up.
yeah, but it's happened so many times. I mean, we know Abbott. There was a girl involved in smuggling that special diamond wire into him, and you go right through Dillinger. All these people had female help. You know, and you have a look down there, Gibbs and what was Gibson Parker down there. She actually got the it wasn't dynamite, it was gelignite to blow the side of the wall of the jail out to get him out.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive stuff.
Stuff, that's what I mean. And so I mean, and they made a movie out of it. I mean, it just goes on. There's so many women in history that have helped guys.
Staunch,
yes, staunch women that have done it. And I like to stick with the original story that she did do it.
She did. Look, a lot of people said she did. A lot of people said she didn't. It's a mixed bag, but I don't think they could prove it either way. You know, like that swimming from Balmain and she stashed the file, and I suppose she swam back.
Well,
if it's true.
They went on. They had 3 kids, didn't they? They had three kids. Yeah.
Oh, is Balmain from here?
Well, it's over.
Oh, it's just across straight away.
Yeah, but it's still a pretty gutsy swim, and I presume she may have done it under dark. I don't know. But those bullies, mate, they're out there, and
remember Ronnie's story, Ronnie Isherwood.
That's right.
And
Hawkesbury.
He swam across at night too.
At night, yeah.
And he a couple of times he thought sharks were coming at him, and I mean it took him forever because they had a bit of a tide going against him.
He did.
Yeah.
And he said it took him forever, and
so you know, and I said to him, it took a lot of guts to do that. And he said, no, desperation. And we know, don't we? We know what it's like when you're in there and you've had enough. And you're in a place like this and you're in confined cells and whatnot, and you're away from your people. And you think, well, I'll risk my life.
Yeah.
And that's what he got.
When you do get in places like that, it's like you'd be amazed at how quick the time goes, you know, when you get used to it. But, you know what I mean? It's like,
time flies.
Well, time even flies when you're not in jail, because I can't believe we're in bloody September now. I'm starting to worry about how quick time is going. You know,
it is. It's flying, mate. It's flying.
So,
but look, right behind us, this is the jail, viewers, and there's the solitary under here. So we're going to have a look at that too shortly. But this is the main jail, and I'll get different shots.
Wing 5.
And we'll show you that.
We've got to show one of these.
It's a punishment.
The beginning, and then maybe the step up where
But these punishment cells weren't discovered until I think it was early 1900s.
Yeah, that's right.
And they refurbished that one a little bit. The other two haven't. But and later on they built another 12 of them. Because they didn't have enough punishment cells.
Unbelievable.
It gives you an idea.
The history of the building and that too.
moved up top and said, "Right out, you're in trouble. You're going to dig yourself a hole."
Yeah.
Your own cells, and
they're fucking. They're small, putrid little. They're small, putrid little things. The rising.
You can't stand up.
And
you can't stand up.
Dampness in there. You know.
Oh, the dampness.
No light.
And you can
stuck with a couple of rats probably.
Well, I was thinking about there'd be rats here for sure.
The holes going through the top.
They said there were a lot of rats over here in Cockatoo Island.
Unbelievable.
In those days.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get Maccas to get some shots. Maccas has gone AWOL. He does that sometimes. He's coming back.
You would have known the time is by the sunlight on the wall. That's what they would have got used to, that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, well the sun's on this part of the wall. Well, it's about this time.
Yeah.
And when the sun goes down, it's this time. You know what I mean?
Imagine that's like we're just going to give you 28 days or something in here. Fuck off.
I think we got to. I think what we got to establish is we got a guy that started to work when he was 11.
Yep.
And in those days they did start pretty early, right?
Excellent
Was doing everything right. Excellent horseman.
Jackaroo.
Now that guy, he actually went to bloody college and high school, graduated, but they found out, although, you know, he could speak in English and everything, he couldn't write.
Yep.
He couldn't write. And yet later on we got letters that were supposed to be written by him. Now there's a bit of controversy about that too.
Yeah.
Because they did say that he couldn't write, even though he could certainly speak it very well, English very well. But the thing is, he was smart in that fact that he did graduate. He did everything right. Then he got mixed up with a bit of horse rustling with 2 other guys.
Yep. And that was the start.
He copped 10 years. Now imagine arriving here, you're young,
Yep.
and you're here on this island for 10 years.
Like
can
that,
you imagine what it's like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Where else can they send you worse?
Yeah.
And that's stale bread and shit that they feed you. And
Now what he did 4 years here. He did 4 years.
Yep.
And then they gave him what's sort of, in those days, sort of parole. But he had to report, I think it was every 6 months.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he had to report. Yeah.
Was that too?
Yeah. You had to, I think, come back here every 6 months. Or he had to report somewhere. But what he did, she had to have a child, and he went there, and he got back late. I think it was the same day, but late.
Yep.
And rode a stolen horse.
That wasn't the smartest decision.
He had his number plate on the stolen horse. He had his number plate on the horse.
So he did.
You can't swim today, eh? You can't.
So that's it.
I'm not going to steal a horse.
Parole broke in another 3 years, so he turned out he had to do another 9.
Yes.
So that's when he decided, because he didn't escape the first time. He kicked along and did it, and got that 4 years. Got out after 4 years.
Yeah. Well,
and
that was the start of the whole thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And I mean,
that was-
we got to go into. He was a bit like John. He was a gentleman.
Yeah,
he was a
He
gentleman.
bushranged at that stage.
No.
So it was only the second time.
Very courteous. He was very courteous.
Yeah. You got to remember when they brought him back the first time. At that stage, he'd never done any bushranging. Yeah.
No, he was very courteous. He didn't like using violence. Yes, he did carry a gun, but he didn't like using violence. And occasionally he'd carry a gun.
Copy before I take your horse.
Yeah. And he'd thank people. He'd thank people.
Look,
but the main thing is he was hitting stations, inns, mail coaches, stage coaches.
Yeah, and then he ended up getting on the alcohol, and I think he was robbing tourists. That's right. One of the tourists.
Yeah.
One of the tourists ended up left hand dropping him, and that's when the end came.
That's right. Yeah.
And
And that's how they identified him too. They said he was very, very polite and gentleman. Thank you, ma'am. Look, I'll do the right thing with his money. Don't worry.
Absolutely. He became a bit of a folk hero as well because he was such an excellent horseman. They'd say, you know, and he'd always get away. So he kept avoiding the law.
He's a good bushman too. And
good bushman, and people loved him.
both of them together, mate. How are you going to catch me? All right. Yeah, see you later, mate.
Can't forget. Yeah. Well, with her bloody knowledge to bush and all that shit.
She was helping him with the bush knowledge. She was helping him with supplies and general knowledge and news and
Well, he was, out of all the bushrangers, I think we said how many were there, 2,000?
In the 1800s, there was about 2,000 in total that roamed this country. That's huge.
He had the record in the longest one.
He was the longest roaming bushranger, around 5 to 6 years on the run. And, you know, we'll talk about his demise shortly, but
We should also explain that she left him there at one stage. And they split up, and he hooked up with a younger Aboriginal woman.
Well, this could explain when he got shot, because when he got shot, there was a lady's body.
No, she died.
She died.
She died, yeah. She died. Yeah, she died very early.
I thought we were not on you.
Yeah, she died very early, and so.
Well,
what you were saying about that, I didn't know that, and but this woman, she actually died pretty, tragically. Like, she's probably got some.
A root rat.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a fucking root rat.
Yeah. So, well, the thing is,
Yeah.
well, I think what you got to look at is that when he split with her, they reckon he had people helping him, and like you said, he had a bit of this hero worship thing. And
Bit of a
that's probably
folklore.
why it lasted so long.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes when people are on the run, like Simmons and Newcomb. They reckon people were feeding bloody Simmons when he was trapped in the bloody out in the national park. It took about 60 days to get him. They had tracker dogs, everything.
Mate, going current right now. There's Desi Blake. There's Desi Blake on the run. Was it Desi Freeman? He calls himself on the run. What is it? Day 8, 9?
Yeah.
He's got to have help from somewhere, mate.
Well, they reckon he's got help.
I've been watching the news.
I don't watch it much.
Well, they reckon he's got help, but he knows that area pretty well too.
He knows the writing on the wall, mate. It's either going to be a shootout or top himself. Mate.
Wait a minute, all right.
Yeah. But anyway, so what we'll pick up in a sec on his demise, sort of thing. Yeah. Longest roaming bushranger, well known for the escape here with Fred Britton, and apparently they hit the
Gentleman bushranger.
But we got to emphasise that he didn't start becoming a bushranger until he escaped. Up on the land, he'd never done that.
That's right, and I think he enjoyed it. I think he enjoyed fucking the coppers around.
Yeah.
His hideout was about 12 k's north of Tenterfield, and it's a big tourist. Yeah, then the rocks and all that.
They've got a statue of him.
They've got a statue of him, Urella.
Yeah.
His demise. Well, he's in Urella there in the Pioneer Cemetery there. But he's that was his hideout for ages, and I mean he's done a lot actually for Urella and tourism.
And it was actually an off-duty copper that shot him, I think, wasn't it?
You're right, mate. You're right.
Shot his horse first.
They shot his.
They shot his fucking horse from.
A lot of people said how smart it's that. It's not smart. It's bloody. I think it's
cruel.
Yeah,
it is. It's a bit cruel.
Yeah, I thought that's not fair.
Well, that was right. Apparently, you're right, mate. It was an off-duty trooper or constable, and his name was Walker.
It happened in the water, didn't it?
And it happened at Kentucky Creek. Yeah, it was in Kentucky Creek.
Yeah.
And they shot the horse from under him, and then it ensued a shootout. He had a few shots.
Yeah,
he wasn't stopping.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they hit him in the chest. We've got pictures as we talk about all this. Maccas will put up. There's I've had to put a dead picture. They used to do the dead pictures, but they dress them in hats.
Oh, they did. It's Mad Dog Morgan. They did quite a few.
Pretty barbaric, isn't it? Really,
it's degrading.
Yeah.
It is.
Do that.
It's dehumanising.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde, John Dillon.
They left Bonnie and Clyde in the car, riddled with bullets for ages, and people were taking photos.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, we're getting a bit off track, but we're just doing similarities to different things.
Well, see, this is where there's always been interesting. That's why I think he's right up there in a lot of ways with Ned Kelly. He lasts a lot longer than that. But the thing is that when we're talking about the 1930s,
that's a long time ago. Yeah.
This woman investigated, and they found some letters and stuff from different people that had written, and they said that it wasn't Ward, it was Britton who was captain. Now, I don't buy that.
He was the brains. Is that what they're saying? Yeah.
Well, they're saying that the two of them did work together and they separated, as you said. But the thing is that
he ended up heading to Victoria. I read. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah. Well,
eventually.
Yeah. But what happened? He came running through a door once, Ward's. He said, and a bloke said, "Bloody, what did he say? You're coming like a thunderbolt." And he said that's how he got the name.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me. That's it.
I was in there in a second.
Yeah, and that became Captain Thunderbolt. But the other guy, they said that there's people that insisted that and still believe that, and this was when the book was written, they still believed, they were still alive at that stage, that wasn't Ward who was killed. Yeah, they said it was someone else, but that's what I'm saying. That's why this is so controversial. You're always going to get this stuff. They're always going to throw it up, and somebody's going to write a book and say this didn't happen. They're going to sell a lot of books because they're disputing what happened. You know,
you want to make it about evidence-based stuff.
Yeah, so we're sticking with what we know as the facts, and we believe he was killed in a creek.
Yes. Kentucky Creek.
We believe that. And we believe that we do know that she went on to live for about another 30 years later.
She did, So and she was a very smart lady.
Yeah, she was a smart lady. And
smart operator.
Yeah, and the thing is that she's part of history, but she was we've got to say now that whatever they want to tag her, she was not a bushranger. They charged her with that. She beat it. So
Through smarts, through a smart.
She's not a woman bushranger. Yeah. You can say she was an associate of a bushranger.
Bushwoman.
Yeah.
She's a
Certainly
bushwoman.
bushwoman. Yeah.
Calling them a bushranger family because apparently the kids and her were, at times they're living up in the rocks and he made a little out of the rocks, a little corral sort of thing for his horses and stuff. And
but you got to, when you look at that escape, you got to say to yourself, all right, he got the chain off. Somehow he had to get the chain off, right? And what they're thinking when they finally dive into the water to make that.
Danielle, what does make Whitehall that extra mile, that difference?
Thanks, Macca. I really appreciate it. And that is a really good question. What makes Whitehall Associates different? What's going to make you pick up the phone and work with us as opposed to all the other lawyers out there? That is our client engagement. We take the time to listen, really listen, and compassionately, empathetically support you through the long process of an institutional abuse claim. We will be there with you step by step. You will always know where your case is at, and you can always call any one of our staff or me even. I always make myself available to people who really need it. And I think that is a difference because I've listened to a lot of clients who have come over to Whitehall from other firms that have said, I just didn't know what was happening. I was lost and my lawyer wasn't engaged with me. It's such a simple thing, but it's such a powerful thing, particularly given the seriousness of the allegations and also the abuse that someone has suffered and the trauma that they've suffered as a result, and then their whole life has been impacted because of, say, 1, 2, 3, however many occasions of abuse. And so I'd like to also say that I have extensive experience working in mental health, drug and alcohol. I'm a coach. I have other things other than just being a lawyer. So when you come and work with me particularly, you'll have that really one-on-one support that is quite unique in the legal field.
It certainly is. And the other thing is too that there's people in jail particularly get frustrated if they don't hear from lawyers.
Yes.
I've sort of seen it.
It's rife, really, isn't it? It just goes dead. You don't hear it from ages. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. And look, as you can tell, viewers, Daniela is outstanding representative of the firm because they're highly professional and they do go that extra mile. And it is stressful when you've got a court case dragging on, and very emotional on the families as well, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of stress involved. They're there. They do keep you informed. They keep the communication going. And we can't thank you enough, again, for coming in today. And Mr. and Johnny Kay as well.
I just want to add.
Please, John,
through experience, if you know that your lawyer's trying, and I've had a couple of them, you know they're trying, it just takes
that stress. Yeah.
That's what you want to think.
And I was going to say, Johnny, thank you for saying that. We do the heavy lifting. So all we're asking for clients is to make themselves available during the process, which pretty much makes my job a lot easier. And then together we can get through this claim process a lot quicker.
Give the facts.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
and all the information you need.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it speaks for itself. So please, viewers, if you've got any problems, please give Whitehall and Associates a call. We always have the graphics. Marcus will put that up. And many thanks again for coming in today. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's terrific. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the best. See you shortly. G'day and welcome back. We just had a little chat with the ranger, who was a very nice fellow. We just had to tell him what we were doing and what have you. So we've got, we're outside the solitary here. We had the cool room and the ration store and solitary. And it wasn't until later they discovered this solitary. So Captain Thunderbolt was definitely in solitary. We're going to have a little bo peep in here and see what we can find. I don't know if you can zoom in on that, Marcus. Oh, hang on, we've got a couple of customers in here, a couple of former...
I'm Officer Noel, and he's done 48 hours solitary.
Righto.
He's okay. We're just checking to see he's okay.
Nurse.
Get back out. You're not going back in.
Officer Noel, Yeah, a couple of gents we've found in the solitary cell, which Thunderbolt was more than likely in here. So.
We needed 6 officers to get him in there, but he's okay.
He's a strong fella, I tell you. Yeah. But there we go. Mountie also, good on you, John. Mountie also, you want to point out in that
There
wall.
is some things that you won't be able to see, which is some bush pipes, which are made out of bark.
Yeah, from the 1800s for the tobacco. They wouldn't have had much of it, I imagine.
There's a couple there.
Yeah.
They've done a good job on them, that's for sure. They had to do what they had to do.
We can't go right. Well, we see it from here. There's the cell door, but the camera's not going to bring it up. It's very dark.
I think the important things that we got to point out, they didn't find these until about early 1900s. They didn't
like Daddy
know their existence.
Yeah.
Existence, yeah. And,
It's unbelievable.
yeah.
But like you say, there was the cool room, ration store,
refurbished
solitary.
Because if you had a look over there, it's just a bloody black hole. Like, you know.
Oh, mate, it's bloody awful. And the amount of condensation and the dew and all that, it would have been horrible. There's probably
Rats,
and bugs. And
they built another 12 of these because they didn't have enough punishment cells. They built another 12.
Well, the ranger was saying it was really harsh conditions, really harsh. So
Lost all the records.
And they never had bars on, a roof on top of that until they had.
all open, the jail, exactly right, and shit buckets, as you'd expect. But yeah, all open. So
And they when they got away, they escaped that side, not this side. They escaped that side.
yeah.
The water.
Yeah. Now, as we said earlier too, his demise, came in 1865 there at 1870. Sorry, my bad.
Yep.
1870 there at Kentucky Creek, not far from Urilla.
Ned Kelly was only about 14 then when that happened.
Yeah, he was. That's true. And that's where his demise came, and he's buried at the Pioneer at Urilla, the Pioneer Cemetery. And there's there's something else to tell too. The residents chipped in for his headstone, and because of this folklore, he was very popular. And the way that he got away with the law, he kept getting away.
Well, he didn't kill anybody. I think he shot someone once, but they never died, didn't they?
Yeah. As we were saying before, he was more a gentleman. He didn't really want to use violence. He carried a gun. I think he may have got clipped.
Yeah, he had a bit of a limp. Yeah.
Because he was a jackaroo and an excellent horseman, as we've said, he just kept getting away until this trooper, constable.
He got drunk and he was robbing the tourists. That's right. And that's when one of the tourists gave him up. Left hand dropped him.
Jeez.
No.
And anyway, they snagged him and killed his horse, killed him, and. In 1870, 35 years old and one of the longest roaming.
Yeah.
Kill him his horse and he's not going to do nothing, is he? He's not going to go, all right.
Yeah, that's right.
Kill my horse.
That's right. No, it's a bit bloody rough, mate. But we got a lot of. I've sent some pictures, so Maccas will have a lot of pictures of these things coming up. So, but I think we should get a final bit of a shot of inside the actual jail now. He escaped when they swum. Him and Fredrick, when they swum, it was to the rear of this building right here. So,
what about the hall up here too? Up here.
Yeah, well, it is a bit, really, isn't it? So we'll get a couple of final shots of the open jail there, and maybe a shot of over here, folks. But that's pretty much his 35 years, our rendition of it, sort of thing. But they've done a lot of that. The experts know a lot more than us. But we thought it'd be something interesting, wouldn't it? Just something different to go back to the 1800s.
But if he doesn't go back to his wife to have the baby, she wanted to go back home and have the baby.
Yeah.
So he's gone back there. He's missed getting back. He only had to do it every 6 months. Missed getting back on time. They were pretty strict. They could have given him.
Oh shit! Yeah.
But when you're riding on a stolen horse, you've blown your chances.
That's right. And as you said, she lived until the early 1900s and had more kids. Yeah. She had more kids as well.
Oh, shit, yeah.
But she was a smart lady and had a lot to do with helping him as well. So, Mary Ann Bugg. So, all right. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just about to say, imagine growing coming up in the era of horses, no cars, just horses.
Yeah. That was your car, wasn't it?
Transport, yeah.
You looked after it, but not only that, you loved it.
Would have been the best horse rider, I swear.
You would have had a bunch of horses, mate. You would have bought some and whatever and borrowed some. And
all right, mate. I have some good pasture. On to the next one.
Anyway, so look, we'll finish off the last bit, I think, with the shots up here of the prison, John. And,
I think maybe have a look at that hall
Yeah.
up there. But the thing is,
shots and then we'll.
it's when I look at it, and Mountie too, but I've been in cells with just buckets for toilets and stuff like that. It's very small, with nothing, no TV, no radio, and it's pretty depressing. And to think,
mentally.
he wouldn't have had any girls. He didn't get visit. She never come to visit him. You know, that's a fact. And she couldn't. She was working. And the thing is that you look at that, to look and think, I've got to do 10 years of this.
People don't know what they got these days, you know. What I mean?
Oh, mate. Back then, exactly. They didn't have a TVs and you know.
We didn't have the phones. You could
Buy
pick up.
up or whatever.
Yeah. You might as well be in another world. You might as well be in another world.
Oh, it would have been fucking horrible.
So,
But definitely it'd toughen you up in that shithole.
so look at that water and say, if I don't make it, the sharks get me. Well, bad luck.
At least I'm not in that shithole roll. But yeah, you'd want to go down swinging, wouldn't you? Sort of. All right then. Well, we'll get a couple of more shots and say our goodbyes. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back. Before we do we're on our last segment, but we wanted to show you, it's unbelievable, isn't it, boys? This was the main dormitory for the convicts. From what we can see, isn't it, John and Mountie? I think there's like three people, timber,
40 centimetres.
40 centimetres you were allocated. Have a crack at it. How uncomfortable would it be?
Imagine if you're thinking,
Imagine the three of us sleeping there every night after we've been working all day.
Unbelievable though, you know, you want to hope the guy didn't fart too much next to you or keep his hands to himself. But
beds over
the
there.
bunk beds over here, they probably got similar, probably 3 on each, so it's about 6. I mean, it's bloody awful. And you're on solid timber.
I don't know how often I get a shower, but working all day, coming in stinking.
Oh,
No television,
you get it.
there's no phone.
Nothing.
It's all sleeping there, Over there, that's two-man bunk, double bunks.
You wouldn't get much hygiene.
People sat yeah. So, I mean, this is horrific.
It's barbaric. But that's what it was back then, wasn't it?
But fancy having a sleep there.
Yeah. And that's solid timber.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like sleeping on rocks. Yeah.
If you didn't have a sore back before you got there, you know.
Your back would be fucked after a few things here. Yeah. There you go. Now he's giving us a demo.
Well, no way you're staying in the middle, right? You're getting on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll work our way out into the courtyard, but we just wanted to show you, the conditions. It's very historic, but you wouldn't want to stay here. She'd have a few ghosts around at night, I would imagine, too. There'd be a few fucking, you wouldn't want to.
There'd be some fights, wouldn't there?
There would have been some fights there. Oh, mate. There would have been some
homosexuality, I think.
Well, mate, you'd be a bit worried. You'd have to keep your snag covered there, but, let's work our way out into the courtyard area, and we'll be finishing up shortly. But we just wanted to show you that, didn't we, boys? Like, shit.
That's when I showed the movie.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
All right, we'll see you in a sec. Yeah, g'day. We're walking through the courtyard, viewers, and this was, I suppose, the exercise, the main yard.
Doing laps, eh, John?
Yeah. There's a bit of echo here too. There we go, yep. And the wind's coming up now. So we're going to finish off with a shot on the other side here. That's basically Balmain and Drummoyne.
Oh, is it?
So if it's true about Marianne, she would have swum over from this way. Here we go, we've got a shot here, a couple of big vessels there. So over there is Birkenhead Point, Drummoyne, and Balmain. That used to be the Balmain power station over there where those fancy apartments are many years ago. And so if that's true, that's a fair swim. That's a fair swim in shark-infested waters. Yeah, and the boys still had a fair swim in shark-infested waters. It's not something I want to do, but there again, your freedom, you'll have a crack. Stay here for 10 years or have a crack at freedom.
So I wonder where they worked, but
They would have had to do something fucking shocking, wouldn't they?
yeah. Well,
I don't know.
Chopping sandstone.
Yeah, I was just going to say that they were
breaking rocks.
breaking a lot of rocks, yeah.
all
that stuff was built by the convicts, all this stuff.
Yeah. So we'll finish it up and just summarise. And again, that's a bit about his life. He's 35 years. And
Gentleman Bushranger.
Gentleman Bushranger, yep. And all right, there we go. G'day and welcome back for our final segment. Behind us, over there, you've got Drummoyne, Balmain, and as we said a second ago, if that lady had done it, Marianne Bugg.
She had a fair swim.
It's a fair swim in heavy shark waters. And they had a fair, him and Fredrick Britton had a fair swim too. But this is all convict built. They would have been breaking rocks, John, for sure. Yeah, fucking oath. It's very historical, and they would have been breaking rocks for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, they were still breaking rocks in H Division when I was there, and I was breaking rocks for sure in the mid-60s.
Yeah.
100 years later.
Yeah.
We're still breaking rocks. That's the mentality that we inherited over here. So you can bet they were breaking rocks then.
You can't blame anyone to try to piss off from here. I think I would have had a crack myself.
I would have been there the first week.
Yeah. You'd want a crack. I'd want a bit of timber or something to hang on to.
But, it occurred to me, I wonder why she didn't try and get a little boat across or something, a little canoe or something.
I've got to say, whack some beams together or something.
Maybe that happened, we don't know, do we?
She's too busy having babies. But anyway, look,
we'll never know. It's all a lot of this is mystery.
A lot of it's mystery.
And you've got to stick with what is believed to be the facts.
Yep.
I think that's
But look, this is our little version of Captain Thunderbolt. Fredrick, Wordsworth, Ward,
Gentleman
Bushranger. Lived 35 years. He's 35 years of his life.
And his mate Fred Britton, who went with him.
Fred Britton, who went with him, and we believe ended up, I think, down Victoria way.
They spread their way as soon as they got across the water.
Yep.
Thanks for swimming with me, mate.
Mateys.
We both made it. Let's go.
And he had an interesting life. Excellent horseman, jackaroo, pension horses, and that's how it all started for here. And then he was stagecoach, mail coach.
And became a gentleman bandit.
Became a gentleman bandit.
Didn't get shot once in the leg.
Didn't like using violence.
Imagine it. None of this stuff used to be here.
Yeah, mate, it was all bush. Yeah. It was just all bush. Kangaroos everywhere. And
I often think of these old jails, especially the tough old jails, that where did he go? So did he go around? I'm sure there probably are.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that was his life. Now I've got a couple of quick shout outs with Paul from Baddo Bay, and Paul got a little thing for me, John, as well, which I'll have to show. Somewhere in here. Shana, Central Coast Cabs. Oh, CB, good on you, mate, and Shana. That was from Paul. I don't know if you can see that, but he did a little Maccas old school engraving, and so we really appreciate that, Paul. Thanks very much. Paul's had a rough trot at times himself and cleaned his act up really well. Yeah, he engraved that little thing, so thanks very much. Shana, Central Coast Cabs, good on you, and keep it all going. They're a wild bunch and wild times, and a bit of flurries around and all sorts of things. But and also CB, John.
Yeah, Jesse and your dad, who's in hospital fighting against stroke at the moment. We're thinking of it, thanks for being a good supporter, you and your mum, and we wish all the best to Michael and also his carer Olga. Thank you.
Yeah, all the best to that, mate.
Shout out to all the boys from Mountie.
Mount Druitt lads, the Mount Druitt boys. We really appreciate it. And one last thing is, we're going to be doing shortly, some people have made suggestions, some viewers, we're really grateful. We got 5 or 6 now, John.
Yeah.
So what we might do every few months is do something called Viewer's Choice. So we're going to pick one shortly, just pick one, because some of them are really good stories.
Yeah.
And we'll pick one, Simon of the UK, he's got a couple of crackers there, and we'll pick one and surprise you, and we'll tell the person's, the Viewer's Choice.
I think it's a great idea, and you will see Maccas down in Melbourne. Maccas, we're doing a debate down there at the Geelong Museum.
Looking forward to it, November.
And we're doing a podcast and that, and I think it's going to be a real ripper.
Yep.
Your helicopter's here, John.
The bloody helicopters again. It's fucking loud. He's got to do a runner. Lucy's coming.
I don't think Lucy's there, somewhere.
Lucy's coming. It's getting a bit loud. I don't know what these blokes are doing, but anyway, thanks very much, and thanks for all the support. We're nearly at 1440, so and nearly at 200,000 views. We love you, and thank you so much. And we'll see you soon for number 64.
And thank you, Maccas.
Thank you, Maccas, as always. Storm Video Studios. So good on you. Thanks, Mountie. Thanks for coming. He's a champion, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.